Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Oh, wait, I think I have I'm muted. Good morning. How's it going?
How's it going? Good morning.
Great.
I was just messaging you back.
No, I'm like, there's so many I'm on so many social medias and so many, I don't know where people are sending stuff anymore. I'm like, I'm still trying to get acquainted with everything now that
We do all of our updates on Workplace. Okay.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. So ours will always be updated on Workplace, and I'll always, for the meetings, I'll send out the link, work chat day before. So everyone has it. It's all, and just so you know, it's the same link every single week.
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's good to know. I'll put that on my board.
Yeah. It doesn't change. So once you've got it, you've got it.
How's the baby?
She's so great.
She's doing good.
7 weeks today.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's right over here on the floor.
I love it. I tell everybody, she joins all our Zoom classes.
Yeah. She's gonna know real estate pretty well.
She's full and
She knows more than we do.
yeah, she's full and sleeping right now. She can literally sleep through anything. So
oh, they're adorable. I love babies.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know yesterday I was like, because she's already growing so much. And I'm like, literally I had a sad moment. I'm like, she's going to grow and not be my baby anymore.
Yeah.
How's everybody doing this morning? What's going on?
Morning, everybody.
Somebody share something exciting. We have all the M's on this morning. Megan, Maria, Misty, Monica, and then Veronica and us. Veronica, you're muted now.
I'll be a minute.
Unmute.
There you go.
I'm going to do a name change on my MLS and everything, because I'm Maria Veronica Vela, but I never use Maria. So when people call me Maria, I don't know. I don't know who they're talking about. And when I see it on my, I just don't like it. So I would have to go to MLS, or do I go back to Trek, or how do I?
So if you're going to operate everything under,
Just
as
Veronica.
long as you are using a name that is your actual name, if it's your middle name, you don't have to do anything.
Oh, okay.
So
Trek everything.
Yeah, so Trek only makes you do any kind of like assumed name or use a different name if it is something other than your actual given name, whether it's first or middle.
Okay, no. Okay, yeah, and because since it's on MLS like that, anybody I talk to, they're like, "Oh, hi, Maria." I'm like, "Who?" I'm like, "Oh, me."
Yeah. So as far as getting it changed in MLS, I am not sure. I'm not sure how they'll do that. I can check. It's the same thing like with him, because his legal name's Robert, and
right.
so that's like, you only call him Robert if he's in trouble,
I know that.
Other than that, you don't answer it.
They're like, "Who do you work for?" And they're like, "Is it Roberts?" Something.
You're like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I'm like, Robert.
Yeah. I'll find out though. I'll check with Sable just to see how that works if you want to actually have it a different name on your MLS. Okay. Good morning, Megan. How are you?
Morning, Megan.
Hi, y'all.
How's it going?
I'm great, thanks.
How's it going?
I got a hold of Amber yesterday, and she was so great and so helpful and like super responsive. So thanks for that tip, y'all. It was great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's funny. I literally have that on my list today to remind everybody to call Amber, let her help you, because she can help you with putting so many different things together and take so much off your plate, but make like she just works wonders when it comes to opening up different ideas for things for you to do too. So, and then doing part of it for you, which is great.
Yeah, because I've reached out to a few people and she was like just on it, like amazing.
Good.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. I'm so glad to hear that.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, we've worked with her for years. She's been at a few different title companies, and we have followed her. Even though she's not the closer and the escrow officer, we've followed her because she does such an amazing job, with helping the agents with stuff and just being there and being responsive and helpful. So
definitely recommend her. Anyone else that hasn't reached out to her, definitely do it.
Yep. Awesome. Yeah. I'm going to go over that today and remind everyone of her contact information and everything and all the stuff she can help with. So
thanks, y'all.
Yep. Good morning, Maria. How are you?
Good morning, Maria.
Good morning. I'm doing great. How about yourself?
We're good.
How are y'all doing?
Fantastic.
We're good. Can't complain.
Good.
What do you have going on? Anything exciting?
Not at the moment. I'm just struggling to find my client, what she's looking for in Kyle, Texas. They don't have very much out there, and whatever's out there is like pending or, so it's like, she's already approved and it's just finding her or, waiting for somebody to sell.
Right.
So that's been a little challenging.
Well, and that's another thing I'm going to talk about. Everyone's kind of leading me into all my talking points today, which is kind of funny, which is different things we can do to actually focus on not just waiting for houses to come on the market. Right now is such an incredible opportunity to reach out to people and, actually procure listings, whether it's for an actual buyer you have or in general. You'll see a property that comes on the market and there's a whole lot of buyers that are waiting for a property to come on the market right now. So finding off-market properties, potential sellers is a huge way we could all be really increasing our business and kind of controlling our own market, if you will.
Yeah, I need tips. Yeah.
So she has a specific area she's looking in. When I come back to it, when we get to that point on my little checklist, I'm going to go over a few different things that you could do to specifically target people in that area, who could potentially want to sell if they knew what their house was worth. And a lot of people are shying away or have been shying away from selling over the last year just because of COVID, and they don't want, all the people in and out of their house. They don't want all the show, but the market is putting us in a position right now where you don't have a ton of showings for weeks and weeks at a time, because you have 1 or 2 days where, yes, maybe a lot of people do come through for that short period of time, but then the house goes under contract. It's done. It's under contract.
Yeah, COVID's really led to a huge shortage of inventory. So anything that's coming on the market right now is selling so quick. So if you can get out there and get some, listings, build up your inventory, I mean, it's a guaranteed sale pretty much.
Yeah.
And that kind of beats, finding a buyer and then, trying to show them, 100 homes or something, and then losing everything that you put into somebody else.
Well, and right now people know that inventory is low, but they may not realize what all that's done to their equity. Like they can sell, like we're seeing top dollar sales. I mean, above asking price, we're seeing all that kind of stuff. So just getting in front of someone and, whether it's figuratively in front of them or, online or virtually or on the phone or, actually at their door, whatever it is, you can present them with what their actually, potential is to sell their house at what price, and a lot of them don't realize that their value is up as much as it is. And if you can then explain to them, that their fears of having a ton, having to have it on the market for weeks and weeks and all these random people coming in and all that, you can bypass that. I know Davina, she was on last week on our meeting, and she was talking about a listing that she has going live soon. I think later this week. They're doing photos this morning, which is why she's not on. But they came up with a very great plan, and the sellers are getting the house already, and they are literally going to leave the house for the entire weekend and go. I don't know if they're staying at a hotel or family or whatever they're doing. They're packing up and leaving for the weekend, setting it as a go and show, so that no appointment, you don't have to wait for appointments to be approved, just a courtesy call. And their plan is by the end of the weekend, as many people come through over the weekend as possible, offers come in, they get something secured, and they're under contract by the end of the weekend, and they can come back home and relax.
Yeah,
so
I mean, more than likely, if you put a home on the market like that over the weekend, it's going to have, multiple offers on it. I mean, we're even seeing, open houses with lines, out the front door all the way down the street, especially up in Austin.
It's
nuts.
I
mean, it's crazy right now. So listings are really where it's at if you can find people that will actually list their home.
Yeah, and as far as some different routes on getting in front of people, I'll go over a few different things that can really help with that. Some that are completely free, and then some that if you put a few bucks behind them, you can reach a lot of potential homeowners.
It's kind of that sweat equity. Get out there and just talk to people.
Okay, sounds good.
Good morning, Misty. How are you?
Morning, Misty.
Good morning.
What you have going on today?
Oh, I have a very upset buyer.
What's happening?
She doesn't know what, I don't know. I guess emotional. And so it's the one that I have, the 8,000 Denor that I had asked you about.
She's the attorney?
Yes, we ended up extending it till today, and then today we're going to go ahead and extend it again till Friday because we're waiting on these dogs and they want her to be comfortable.
Yeah.
She kind of has been emailing everyone. And everyone's kind of like, hey, Misty, calm your buyer down. Why is she emailing everybody? Yeah. So now she wants to terminate again. This is like the third or fourth time she said this. So I'm having a hard time. Not responding. I'm having a hard time keeping my cool.
Not being reactive. Yes.
Exactly. So I'm
sorry.
kind of pass the ball because it's gotten to that point. So I'm just going to let it lie.
Yeah. And the best thing to do in that kind of situation too, you know, obviously I know with, you know, option periods and stuff, you've got some deadlines to make sure you don't miss those. But if you're getting if you've got I'm not to say the word irate, if you've got someone who's kind of out of control, who's being emotional, step back for a bit. Don't respond to them right away. You know, give them some time, because a lot of times they'll freak out about something and then literally 20 or 30 minutes later, they'll have cooled themselves down. You know what I mean? So if you've caught someone in the moment, if she's texting or calling, and maybe just don't even respond to her for a bit, and 30 minutes, an hour later, if you can do that, you know, then hey, I apologize. I was in a meeting or whatever. I just saw your message. Are you still, you know, let's look at this. She may have already calmed down. And that goes to, I've had to deal with this kind of situation a lot of different times. I had one client one time that it became fairly evident to me that she drank in the evenings. Like literally, she'd be great all day long. We would do, and all of a sudden I would get all these crazy, like 8, 7, 9, 10 o'clock at night, she would start messaging, freaking out on stuff. And
she was fine the next day.
And then be fine the next day. Like, so literally, as much as I wanted to like help her, you know, and be available, you know, I literally quit being available in the evenings because everything got better. You know what I mean? And by the morning she would have forgotten about everything or just cooled down. So if you've got someone who's got, you know, issues as far as getting flared up, give them a break and come back to them a little bit later, and you may find that they're in a little bit better frame of mind.
I gave her a day. I couldn't. I gave her a day. So this morning I woke up to, hey, terminate my contract and terminate our contract, and just on. And I've known this person a while, and I know her attitude is like that. But so I'm trying to give it a couple more hours.
Right.
We'll see. You know, we did the appraisal, and my hope is the lender's going to try to shoot it to me, and it's a great value no matter what she feels about me personally, and moves forward.
Are you guys going to get that today before, or we all are going to extend the option period?
I'm going to try to get that option period extended regardless, so she can calm down and just, you know, if she wants to terminate, I'll send her way also, you know. But yeah, and the appraisal she'll come back soon. The lender, I spoke with him. He's going to try to get a rush on it. So like I said, she'll see that the value in it.
Gotcha. That's a good plan. Yep.
Good plan.
Keep me posted.
Will do. Thank you.
Good morning, Monica. How are you?
Monica.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Good. What's going on?
Not too much. Calling around to some communities, trying to set up appointments for, well, not this weekend since it's supposed to be freezing.
It is going to be freezing starting tonight. We're supposed to hit freezing temperatures for the next 7 days.
Exactly. So next weekend, the following weekend with the buyer. And she kind of wants to be in USDA. So kind of looking that up.
Do you know how to search USDA?
Look that up?
Yeah, I was going to say, do you know how to search USDA properties?
I actually just kind of did Builder Boost.
Okay. No, I will show you how to search USDA. We'll do that in just a second. I'll do a screen share. Okay.
Oh, that's perfect. And then also I still need help with that CMA for that one property I was telling you about.
Right. I know. And I was thinking about that last night, and I was like, oh goodness, I have not looked it up yet. So let me look it up on RPR and then compare it to what's in MLS. RPR should have identical information to what's in MLS because they're linked.
Okay. Because it was like, it's listed at 531 and the RPR value says like 270 something.
Now, is that after running an actual market analysis or just what it's showing?
Well, because I'm not very good with the Austin MLS. I don't really know how to use it.
Well, no, I'm saying after running a market analysis in RPR.
Yeah.
No. Okay. All right. So yeah,
I'm trying.
Yeah. So with RPR, and that's Realtor Property Resource, it's an amazing tool that is available to everybody, awesome, included with your realtor dues for the year. So when you pay,
I've used it before for San Antonio properties, but for Austin, I haven't done it for Austin. And this one, like, it says that the building year, like, it's just that there's like different information.
Okay. And do you know what year it was actually built, or the correct year?
Well, the listing says 1987, but the RPR said 2016. Okay. And I'm wondering if that might be because there's a guest house.
Okay.
Right. So I'm wondering if they have information.
Yeah, I'll look some stuff up on RPR. When you first open, search for a property address, it's going to pull up the property address and it's going to give you a valuation. That is not something you can use as a market analysis or a market valuation, because that's going to pull properties just within a specific radius and stuff, and it doesn't actually take into consideration the community, the size of the house, anything. So there's a way to quickly and easily build a CMA on there, and if there's any inaccurate information like the year or whatever, you can actually change that before you run your valuation.
Okay.
So we'll take a look at that. Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
So hopefully that'll turn into a listing and a sale, though. Hopefully.
Yeah, awesome.
My fingers crossed.
Awesome.
That's awesome. Yep. Okay, so let's do this. Couple quick things. I know Natalie's not on here this morning, but we posted out her 1 year anniversary. It was actually on the 6th. Yeah, and we just got it posted out a couple days ago, congratulating her on her 1 year anniversary. We've got several contracts that have been coming in this week. I know Ari got one. Veronica, I think she said she was working on a contract. So it's busy. Davina's got her new listing hitting the market. And then I know Tasha has a closing today. Adriana has a closing today. Adriana had a closing late last week. So it's busy, guys. And
it's getting busy.
We talk about it every week on all just the different stuff, but we are getting ready to hit the peak season early and it's very strong. So mid-February already, by March, we're, thinking spring already, and we're going to already be in it.
Yeah,
so
it's already this busy,
yep.
Now I can't imagine what it's going to be like in a couple months. So
yeah,
get ready.
It's exciting, but I think we're prepared. We've got, all our tools and systems. We'll be ready for it. I want to focus, I want to focus our trainings and things like that on how to actively, get buyers and sellers. And there's going to be a lot of opportunities to passively get them, because there's going to be just, people looking, and they're going to find you, or they're going to know you, or you're going to get referred. But if we actively seek out buyers and sellers, you're going to get an exponential amount of business, and you're going to be getting business that's not just floating around in business that you don't necessarily have to fight with other agents for. And that's the key, finding these sellers who aren't actively already looking to sell, but presenting them with, the potential for a very fast, easy sale at a price that, is very attractive to them. You're not already competing with someone that says, hey, I'm looking to sell, and then I'm going to interview 5 realtors and maybe it's you, so.
Yeah, and as we talked about before, your business becomes a lot more predictable when you talk to X amount of people per day, you're going to, statistically get a certain amount of those, that convert into sales. And so you have a much more predictable business that you can kind of rely on. So
right.
And just waiting for it to come in. Yeah.
Buyers have always typically been your fastest source to get income. Buyer, you find a buyer, you find a house, you get them under contract, and 30 to 45 days later they're closing. Whereas listings have often been looked at as several months of getting the house, listed, putting it on the market, waiting, for it to get under contract, then waiting your, 30 to 45 days, and it being 2 to 3 month process. It's the opposite for that right now. You get a listing and you are very, very likely, provided that it's priced correctly and, you've got, presented it well with marketing and photos and stuff, it's going to sell so quick and it's going to close quickly. So, we're kind of seeing that the tables have turned just a little bit, with listings being your fastest source of income.
Yeah,
so.
And you don't even have to do that much marketing for listings right now. And as long as it has good pictures from the beginning, I mean, it's a lot of times the second hit its MLS, you're going to have multiple offers, and so it's like that kind of beats going and getting a buyer and showing so many properties and
driving around,
losing
day
every
after
single
day.
contract you put into somebody else's bid. So it's
yeah, buyers are very, very time consuming, and listings, you can literally, your listings, they say sell themselves, they get sold by other agents while you're sitting at home, you know, working on finding more clients. And so buyers, you can typically, you know, handle a handful of buyers at a time. You know, if you're know what you're doing and you're experienced and you're good with your schedule, you can handle 10 to 15 buyers at a time, you know, and that's it though. Like you couldn't handle more than that without having a team and having help and stuff like that. And you would be completely maxed out as far as, you know, your time and your energy and everything. When it comes to listings, you can handle 5 to 6 times the amount of listings at one time that you can buyers, because obviously there's the process of getting the client and the lead generation portion of it. But once you've got that listing, it's a matter of a couple days of coordinating things for, you know, photos and entering it into MLS and things like that. And then it's simply,
you have a lot more control
getting
of
the offers and stuff. Yeah.
Listing.
So you're not having to run around near as much. So it's definitely a way that you can leverage yourself to where, you know, you can make quite a bit more money. And, you know, listings are the name of the game in this industry. Buyers, so many agents start out, you know, doing more buyers, and that is par for the course. And it's great because you can get in, you know, and you can much more easily typically secure a buyer prospect to get out and go look at stuff. The commitment of getting someone to list with you has, you know, historically been harder to do, just because it is a commitment and, you know, there's more responsibility on your part. But the situation we've got right now, with as low as the inventory is, I mean, it is extremely low in every market that we work in. Mm-hmm. It's just one of those opportunities where you can really, you know, kind of stockpile your inventory, if you will, and, you know, exponentially make more money than just working with a handful of buyers.
Plus, when you get listings, you know, listings typically lead to more listings just because you're putting a sign in the yard and the neighbors talk, and next thing you know,
and they lead to buyers
on one street. So
and they lead to buyers as well, because
you
put that sign up, you're getting calls off the sign, you're getting calls from, you know, it being listed online, all that kind of stuff from the marketing you're doing. So listings tend to lead to a lot more opportunity for more transactions. Mm-hmm. So that one thing I wanted to talk about too, you know, is different things you can focus on to get more listings. You know, I've got on here too. Obviously, you would want to be doing things like we talked about with the seller squeeze page. That's a not fully active, you know, that is somewhere between active and passive. You're actively taking the time to put it together, but then you're putting it out online or whatever and sharing it, maybe even doing a sponsored ad or a boosted post. And then you're waiting for the leads to come in. It is definitely something you should have as part of what you're doing. But it does fall a little bit more on the passive side of things. You know, when you get into your active marketing for listings, this is going to be where you are physically reaching out to people in one form or another, whether it's getting on the phone and calling your sphere and your past clients, and seeing if they know of anyone that has considered selling at all, you know, or anyone that's interested in knowing what their house is worth in this market, you or anyone, you know. The phone should be your best friend right now. Door knocking has always been a great way to get listings. You know, it's hit or miss as to whether or not that's something you want to do or feel comfortable doing, or, you know, the potential people you're knocking on the doors feel comfortable with you doing during COVID.
In the past, what we've done kind of is have people, you know, team up, 2 or 3 people go out and just kind of canvass a neighborhood with some flyers, and you knock on the door and, you know, talk to people and pass out flyers. And if nobody answers, just leave something on the door.
Yeah. So you can still do that. Like we talked about last week, just kind of maintain your distance and be prepared to leave something there on the door, whether they answer or not. You know, that way you're not having to, you know, that way you're still able to reach them if you're not getting into the door. So
and when you're offering something free, you know, I think everybody's kind of wondered about their home values right now. So a lot of times they'll take you up on it. I mean, at least figure out, you know, what their home's worth. So
there's a great marketing piece that we've done several times over the years, and I will I'll find it and I'll post it in Workplace in our marketing group. And basically it's a Zestimate marketing piece. And essentially the way it would work, and I will see if what I can actually do is maybe do a little screen share recording, and I'll post it as a little training video. But what it is basically picking out a neighborhood. You have to have a spot you're going to pick out a community that you want to market, that's something easy for you to get to. You can walk, that you can go door to door. And what you do is you pull up the addresses in that neighborhood. And again, if you need help pulling up addresses, you can do it straight with MLS or anything, but Amber Liebert, capital title. I wish she knew how much I was plugging her all the time in here. She can help you pull up addresses for any community and give you a nice list and stuff, and, for all the addresses. But what you do is you then take a little bit of time and you go on Zillow, and you type in each address one at a time. And as you pull up that address, Zillow is going to give you this estimate, right? And you print that page. It's their address. Take a highlighter, highlight their address, circle this estimate with your highlighter, and then get a sticky note, okay? A colorful standout color sticky note. Handwrite on the sticky note. And all it needs to say is, want to know the real value of your home? Call me. You put your name and number on your card or on there, whatever. That is it.
Yep.
You have those printed out and put together for the neighborhood you're going to go out, and you take that and you put it on their door. You don't even have to knock if it literally, this can be something that you can leave. That's the reason that I say get a very colorful sticky pad in the sticky notes you use, because not everybody uses their front doors that much these days. We go in and out of our garage. But with actually the Amazon deliveries, most people are checking their doors these days because they have Amazon packages every day
these days, so they're going to see you.
You're going to be on their ring. You're going to be on their ring doorbell. Keep that in mind. Okay. So you'll be on camera. So if you do that, sometimes I'll wave at the doorbell, just wave at them, say, hi, I'm just putting some on your door. And then you can walk off, and then they'll come out and take a look at it. Okay. So everything's different these days than it used to be. Yep. But what they're going to do is they're going to see that Zestimate, and you're going to go, want to know the real value. And they're like, huh, so maybe this estimate's really high, and they're going, my house is worth what? It could be worth more, and they want to know. Or maybe it's like, your house is worth $220,000, and they're like, no way, my house is worth at least 400, and they're like, I want to know what's it really worth? You will get calls from doing that. So that is a little bit more active way, to get out and get in front of, get your information to potential sellers and pique their curiosity to get them to call you.
Yeah, it requires a little bit of time to actually do the work, but I mean it's something that can be.
It's well worth it. I mean, you sell one house from that, and it
doesn't really cost much money. So I mean, it's other than your flyers. So
you print out a few pages.
Sweat equity, basically.
Yep, and that's it. So that is one thing that, and like Lane said, partner up with another agent if you want to, and y'all go out and knock it out together. And you can put both your cards in there, however you want to do it, and anything that comes from it, maybe y'all work together, or you split it, however you want to do it, y'all figure out. But that's definitely a cool little way to get out there and do it. We've talked before too about RedX. There are several different companies like RedX. RedX is the one that we personally use. But basically they are subscription services where you subscribe and pay a monthly fee to have access to phone numbers. And it's expired listings, it's geo, farming, all that kind of stuff. So basically you can put in an address in an area, and it will give you all the phone numbers for all the houses within, all the 200 closest houses. That would be a geographic targeting. You could do expired listings, and it's going to give you all the phone numbers for the listings that expired that day or whatever time frame you put in. So you could target people that tried to sell or wanted to sell a year ago and then took their house off the market maybe when COVID hit, and they maybe think about selling again now.
Yeah. And the cool thing with RedX too, they have really good data, and a lot of the numbers are cell phone numbers too. So if you call and they don't answer, you can always text them and say, hey, I just gave you a call, just can explain what you're up to. But
and then even better, text with a video. Y'all know I love the video. So record a quick video. Hey, I noticed you guys had your house on them. Hey, this is Monica Allen with Z&R Realty. Just wanted to reach out. I noticed you had your house on the market last February and you took it off or it expired, or whichever one, we all withdrew it from the market. Just wanted to reach out to you and see if you guys still had any thoughts of selling, or if you were still interested in selling. Here's my name and number. Reach out. I'd love to, discuss with you guys. That's it, and send that out, text that out to people. You can use this same philosophy with people in your sphere, in your database. Send them a quick text, send them, call them on the phone, send them a video message, whatever it is. Do all three, do all the above, you're going to really exponentially get it if you do that. but having some way that you can reach out to people with your voice, potentially with your face, you know, and that potential, you know, with the good information of what their house can be worth and how easily it could be to sell, you're going to get good results from that. So it is stuff that majority of it is just your time, you know, and doesn't cost much, even for the services like RedX. You know, they're under $200 a month for everything they offer, or you can just get certain things like just geo-targeting or just expire, and you can be low 100s a month, you know, or just under that. So
yeah, I heard something the other day. They were talking about it and saying it's only just maybe like 2 or 3 cents a lead on RedX, so it's a huge return on investment.
So I'm going to post a link to RedX in Workplace again today, just so that you guys have that, and kind of just recap some of these different ways that you can do that. And I'll post the Zestimate stuff in there too. So my point with all of this is reaching out to potential sellers should be one of your top focuses right now. And it is without a doubt one of your top ways that you can make money the fastest in real estate right now.
Well, NAR says it's something like 75 to 80% of people use the first realtor they come in contact with. And I think a lot of realtors think, oh, everybody has a realtor they already work with. And that's not the case according to the numbers. And so it's just a matter of getting in touch with people, and they'll eventually use you or, you know, refer you.
Yeah. And if they don't, you move on to the next. There's enough of them out there that you don't have to worry so much about the ones that aren't ready or don't jive with you. And y'all may, you know, every now and then you talk to someone and you just don't mix, you know what I mean? And you're not the right connection for them.
It's not necessarily about convincing them to sell their home. It's about, you know, showing them what their home is worth. And if they thought about it, great. If not, fine. You know, you move on to the next.
Yeah. And you can always just say, hey, if you want to keep your eye on it, and, you know, maybe in a few months, would you mind if I reached back out to you to see if you want to revisit it, or maybe even see at that point what your home's worth at that, you know, down a little bit down the road, and get permission to reach back out to them in 3 or 6 months, whatever it is. Mm-hmm. What else? Thoughts? Y'all guys, I have a lot of other stuff, but y'all have any other thoughts, comments? Someone has to have something to say.
No, I'm just waiting for the, you know, that you're going to talk about the loan type that you mentioned earlier, which is
USDA.
And so I want to learn about that, and I also want to, you know, a refresher on the on that app, on the what is it, RPR or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, I've used it, but maybe there's something else that I need to know. So I'm waiting on you to show us a little bit more on that.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna show you how quickly and easily you can search for USDA. When it comes to RPR, what I would prefer to do on that one is do a separate class, or I might just do a recorded video, so I can get some good screen shares and shots in there without, you know, fumbling around and stuff. But I will definitely work on that for you guys quickly so that you'll have it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, let me jump over then. Let me show you. Real quick before I do a screen share, because I'm gonna do a couple things when we screen share. Go Fire with Z&R Friday, 2:00. So mark your calendars if you guys do want to get on that, or invite any agents. And then there's another KV Core Property Boost, talking about generating leads. This would be another thing you could do through KV Core to generate leads. They are doing now every single Monday at 1:00 Central. They do a live webinar talking about how to use the Property Boost. So that's a great one that if you want to jump on and see how Property Boost works through them, every Monday at 1. But then also with KV Core, they have a whole lot of training webinars that are live, and then access to a lot of the recordings for their training classes. So I posted in Workplace this morning 2 different links. So I posted one post, and then the links are in the comments. And I'm going to show you guys what they're both for. So one will show you their entire training calendar, where you can look on there and see what they're offering. And then the other one is the link to anything that's recorded if you want to see the recordings. So I'm going to show you guys that. And then when it comes to buyer leads, KV Core is a great thing. We have been looking too at getting OpCity and access to OpCity leads, which are referral-based leads. Basically, the leads come in to the broker. They come in and you're giving them, and they are paid out only at closing. I believe they're 30 or 35%. So they're high. But I've had several of our agents say that they have used different, they've had pretty good success with Opcity leads. And so I am looking at that right now, and I'm hoping by first part of next week that we're set up so that you guys can get leads through Opcity as well.
Yeah, and it's still a good amount of money. I mean, gosh, we've had 20%, in price increases. So I mean, it's almost like you're getting the same commission you would,
several months ago. Yeah.
Several months ago. So
and I mean, it's some money is better than no money.
Absolutely.
So
that's very true.
We got to always remember that. So, and then I did, as far as the training recordings in our training group, I did post a link to our KV Core training from last week. So it is in there if you missed it, or if you want to go revisit it, just go to the training group on Workplace, and the link is right there at the top.
Yep.
All right, let me jump to this screen share real quick. And let's see here. Okay, so if I jump over here, I'm gonna do a couple different things if I can find the order of these. It's hidden. Okay, so real quick, if I remind you, if you go over to Workplace, basically in our training group, which obviously you can access this from your phone on your app, or if you're logged in on the computer. I did this post this morning. This is actually just copied from an email we got from KV Core about the property boost. So several different things in here. They've changed it so that you can select what photo you want for your ad if you're running something through Property Boost, which is great. But then here are your two links right here. So one of them is going to be for their live training calendar, and the other is for the recorded sessions of their training. So there's the success strategies on YouTube. What I did real quick is I went ahead and opened both of those up just so that you could easily see them. So this is the training calendar. So this is going to show you this week, and then going into next week and through, even into March and stuff. They're even into April. I don't even know how far they go out on this. They're super organized. But if you look through here, tons and tons of training. So if I go to today, February 10th, this is everything they have today on training. And these are live webinars. And so you could figure out if you wanted to see how to do, let's see, what's this one? This is week 1 of the Agent Success Plan. So the Agent Success Plan is their guide to all the, tips and tricks of using KV Core to, run your business, have your leads in there, to add people, everything as far as the system does. So basically they've broken it down into the week's trainings, and they're doing webinars on them. So you don't have to just watch a recorded video if you don't want, but you can go through these, and every single day they've got different options. So I highly recommend, if you've got some extra time, or if you want to make some time to carve out, a little bit in your schedule for some of these that you want to look at. The Property Boost one, again, like I said, is on Mondays. So if I look at here, they do theirs in Eastern time. So keep that in mind as you're looking at this. This is all in Eastern time. So 1 p.m. here for our Central. So the Property Boost demo, goes through everything about how to use it. And, they set it up like a webinar so that you can actually in real time see everything going. So
there really is so many things that, KV Core can do and the Property Boost can do, and it's quite extensive. So go through the training.
Well, and there's so much you can do if you know how to, that you can do with KV Core for completely free. Property Boost is one of those that, you can put a few dollars behind some marketing and you get leads. I know Natalie was talking with us last week that, she did a boost on one of her listings recently. She put $60 as her budget and ended up with, I don't remember how many, it was like 40 something contacts in her CRM that she could then follow up with, people that responded to the post. So all for only $60. So look through here. I would highly recommend trying a few of these out, check out some of their sessions and see how you like it. And then if you go over to the other link I posted, it is the recordings of their training and stuff. So you can go through here, and basically they have demos, tips and tricks, success strategies, which was the recordings from, those things on there. So, there's a whole lot in here. As you can see, the success strategies one. Let me pause this. So tons and tons of different videos, how to make landing pages. I know y'all love my videos in classes, but I'm not the only one that knows how to do this. And they probably know how to do things a little better than me. But great stuff on, like landing pages, Property Boost, If you do have a team, different things you can do through KV Core to grow your team, converting seller leads, so not just generating, but converting, how to follow up, all that kind of stuff. As you can see, I mean, each of these 30 minutes, an hour, you'd have to carve out some time to do them, but they will help you grow your business.
For sure.
Yes. So over the next 7 days while you're inside your house, avoiding the freezing temperatures outside, these would be some great things for you to jump in and do. I'm going to look through some too. If I see any that are really fantastic, maybe I'll set up so that we can watch them together as a group too. So, but don't wait around for that. Find them yourself, get in there and take a look at them. Okay, and then let's do the USDA real quick. Let me jump in there. Okay, so I don't have the website saved. I wasn't prepared to do it, but let's look real quick here. If I come here, I'm going to do search. Wait, hold on. USDA eligibility, because I can't remember the site. USDA eligibility. Okay, so this one right here, this website right here, eligibility.sc.egov. You can save this link somewhere if you want, but when you go to this link, this is going to give you the ability to check any address, and you can look at areas and stuff to see if the homes are, I don't know what it's doing, are USDA eligible. Okay, so you get here, and all you would really need to do is search through. Let me see here. They've changed a couple things. Welcome. Give me 1 second. Search through here. We would go to property eligibility. If I can get it. Oh, accept. And it's going to pull up a map of the entire United States. So let's see here. Monica, do you have an address for us?
I do not, because she's actually looking for new builds.
Okay.
So I was looking at whole communities.
Well, and this will but do you have you okay, let's see here. Let me see if I can think of an address. I think this one's still, we sold this one. Oops. So you're looking in an area. I'm just going to you could just pull up San Antonio. It's going to show you a map. I'm just going to get it on here. So, all right.
Oh, okay.
You could search San Antonio. Okay. So this address is located in an eligible area. So if you're looking through stuff and you want to see if an actual house, or if you have an actual inventory home, or you could pull up any address in a community and you can see this. Now, this one, that's what I was wondering if it was still, this is the line right here. I'm going to scroll out.
Oh.
Okay. So if you look here, this is San Antonio. Obviously, all of your areas that are outside of this kind of beige area are USDA eligible. So this is an area like the one I pulled up. The reason is just out 281. It's in Bulverde Village. And a lot of people wouldn't think of Bulverde Village as being an area that's USDA eligible, but there are a lot of properties right in here that are. As you can see, that kind of dips down, even into Wortham Oaks off of Evans. There's new construction, a ton of new construction off of Evans, and that kind of runs right through here. So, you don't necessarily, USDA, you think of rural properties, and that's kind of how it was developed. But there's a lot of little hidden pockets. I believe this is Evans right here on my map. Yeah. So all of these, Wortham Oaks, there's a new community in here. There's a brand new community in here that's not even updated on this map. These are all USDA eligible, meaning zero down. There's another one right off of this side as well. So, and I believe this is Fox Grove. I mean, so you've got quite a few that way. If they're looking in a different area, get your map, put the address in. Obviously, if right along the highway on 35, you kind of run out, it's beige again. But if you look, you've got new communities all through these areas out 35 that are USDA eligible. Yeah. And another area, you've got a ton of new properties that's USDA eligible. Is over on the far, I'd have to look it up, over on the far west side. So if you see this, all these communities way over on the far west, look through Helotes, you know, 151 area, 1604, all the way to 90. I mean, look at these, all USDA. So that is how you search for them. You can search by direct address, or you can just get to San Antonio and you can kind of scroll through and find different areas. So there is a whole lot of outer lying areas that are not really rural, you know, that have lots of great new construction properties. And what's cool about that is, you know, they can get in. You don't find as many pre-owned. Now, when you get into something like over here with Bulverde Village and Indian Springs and that kind of stuff, you are able to find some resales and things like that, and even over on the west side and stuff. But what's so cool is a buyer can, you know, if their income meets the requirements for USDA loan, you know, they can get into a property 0 down. A lot of the time they can literally get money back at closing from their initial, you know, deposit that they give the builder or whatever, or the earnest. So it is a pretty good opportunity. You know, and again, you could market, you know, 0 down properties, you know, and if you're wanting to market out specific properties on, you know, new construction inventory and stuff, and use KV Core links and post them out for potential buyer leads, you can search that address. And if it's USDA eligible, you can market that this property is USDA eligible, meaning it qualifies for 0 down loan programs. Message me for more information. You know, the property itself has to be eligible for USDA as well as the buyer. So they have to, there's a couple things when it comes to that. So, but it's a great opportunity for people to get in with nothing down, you know, and a really good opportunity for people who are, you know, first-time home buyers who haven't saved a lot of money and all that kind of stuff. They can literally get into a house without any money down. So, does that help?
That does. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. So if you can't remember the website, just it's literally just search up USDA eligibility. Okay. And go to that, and it'll take you right here. And then you just go to property eligibility.
Awesome.
Okay. And I know we mentioned last week, all the MLSs we are in. So we added several over the course of the last couple of weeks. Meaning we have everything that's covered by San Antonio Board of Realtors. We have everything covered by the Austin Board of Realtors. We have all of Central Texas MLS, which is 15 additional counties between San Antonio and Austin, and even north of Austin. And then we are in the Rio Grande Valley, the Greater McAllen MLS, which is 5 counties down in South Texas. So, and we're looking to add more. I'm excited. I want to try to add on Corpus area before, you know, spring and summer, and have access to that too for beach properties and stuff like that. So that would be fun. Yep. But keep that in mind. I know several of you have already gotten set up with some of the other MLSs for searches for your clients and things like that. So that's exciting. If any of y'all need help getting set up with that, you know, links to the applications or how to get your letter of good standing from your board and things like that, let me know. I did post it in Workplace, but I can definitely help guide you and make sure that you guys get all set up. Okay. All right. And then it's 10:48. Jumping in, a couple last little things. I know we've talked about a Rockstar swag store. I wanted to hear from you guys, and y'all get to kind of chime in. Tell me, I'm looking at which types of items to add in there first. I wanted to kind of know from y'all what you would like the most, whether it's t-shirts or hats or coffee mugs or koozies or what kinds of stuff, so I can know kind of where to start with all of it. And I want y'all's input on that. So chime in, let me know what types of things you'd like to see in there first. I'm going to get lots of stuff in there, but I've got to
black t-shirt.
Huh?
Black t-shirt.
Black t-shirt. Okay.
Coffee mugs.
Actual mugs or travel?
Like the travel, like the Yetis.
Okay.
Yep.
Maybe a bag.
So like a work type bag or like a
work tote.
Okay.
Like.
Okay. All right. I'm going to look through some different options. I'll probably post some stuff in Workplace and get y'all's opinion on them too as I go through it. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool.
Keychains might be cute. I mean, keys.
Yeah.
For yourselves or to give with closings?
I would say I would give some. I mean, I would hold one, but I'm sure people would grab them.
To buyers and sellers. Okay. Okay. Cool. All right, I'll look through some of those different things and get some options for those. I know I said I was going to give you all Amber Leibert's information again too. So she's with Capital Title. She is not exclusive to just San Antonio. So she can also help people in the Austin market. She's got title reps, actual escrow officers that she works for and with in all the markets. So she can connect you with a good San Antonio escrow agent if you're looking, to do that, or Austin or Williamson County. She knows great ones, but she can help you, like we said, with getting some of your marketing stuff put together and getting things put together for your geographic farming. Okay, so her direct number, if anyone wants to take it down, I will also put it in the chat real quick. Let's see here. Let's see, 210. Okay, so 210-391. Type it in here in 5306. So that is Amber Leibert with Capital Title. Okay, Amber Leibert, Capital Title, and that's A Leibert at ctot.com, Capital Title of Texas. So I highly recommend reaching out to her and just kind of having a powwow with her on some of the different things. Let her throw some ideas up for you. Let, like Megan said, she's just extremely helpful. So she will help you come up with some great ideas and then help you execute them and not just, sit on them and, like we all do with everything. So reach out to her and, just let her help. And then when you do have contracts and stuff, obviously, if y'all want to do your listings and stuff with Capital Title, they're phenomenal. So jumping real quick into kind of our Here We Grow session for the week, because I know we are getting close to 11. I know every week we talk about, does everyone, know how to access and share the video and the info sheets that we have. So again, I keep these two things pinned to the top of the Here We Grow group in Workplace. So if you ever do want to share it out, obviously I do it live. I try to consistently do it on Fridays. Every now and then we move it to, to a different time to try to get, other people, who are on different schedules. But we do have the recording for anyone that cannot jump on. Okay. And it is accessible for anyone that has the link. So you can share it out with anyone you want. And then I do have the quick info sheets, which is just the 2 pages that you can send out with text or messenger, however you want to do that. That kind of breaks everything down, just an easy, quick read, of what we offer. That being said, I wanted to, for those of y'all that want to chime in on this, I would love to hear a couple of the things you guys think are some of the biggest attracting factors for our brokerage. So everyone kind of looks at it differently. Everyone has likes things for different reasons, obviously. But I'd love to know, and you guys who've recently made the move, or those of you who've been with us for a long time, what do you feel, if you'll chime in, what do you feel like are some of the biggest attraction factors that we offer? Like, what do you think most gets agents to want to join, and then to want to join? I'm curious.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone?
I would say the percentage that we get to keep.
Okay.
Right.
So actual, just the straight, is it just the 90-10 split? Is it the cap?
Yeah.
Is it no fees? Which
the split, I mean, that's very good.
Okay.
Yeah. Like for a new agent, I think the no fees is really big.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And the reason I want to ask too is because when I go through the presentation or when I do different marketing pieces and stuff, I want to make sure we're, pointing out and spending extra time on the things that agents are feeling most important these days. And so that can change, and it can obviously be different for every agent and different for where they are in their career and all that kind of stuff, where, and just different with the outside, all the outside forces and everything we deal with every day. But, obviously, low split, cap. I know a lot of agents will look and compare caps and fees and stuff like that. So what else? Anything else?
Training, I think, is definitely, and that you record your your training and our meetings because it's,
Okay.
I miss it sometimes.
Recordings. Okay.
Recordings.
Having access to it online as opposed to going in somewhere, is that something you find attractive?
Definitely.
Because this day and age, I know we've changed a lot. You know, everyone's very used to that these days, and it's tough. We, you know, in previous years, and as we've done this for so many years, we you know, we did a lot of stuff in person. So this has been a big adjustment over the last several years for us, not just instantly. And it was definitely prior to COVID, and I'm glad we had it all in place. You know, we do Zoom because we can stay face to face. I always like to say online face to face, you know, but it gives us a platform where we can still at least see each other sometimes.
Well, you have to be able to run your business from your phone these days. I mean, you have to be, if you're out of town or on vacation or whatever else, you still need to be able to, you know, get on meetings or at least be able to watch, you know, previously recorded, you know, trainings and meetings and things like that. So.
Where do you think things fall in there as far as like tools and systems, having like KV Core and stuff like that? Is that a top priority for agents right now?
I think so. I'm still confused on how to use all that, to be honest with you. I'm still.
Well, I think a big part of it is not just providing it for the agents, but providing them with training on how to use it, you know? So I've seen that with a lot of, you know, and that was literally, I mean, y'all know, you know, with us having been over at EXP prior, they provide KV Core. They have a monthly fee, but they provide KV Core. But then they didn't have any very active training on it.
It's useless if you don't know how to use it.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, okay. So okay. I just wanted to get y'all's input on some of that stuff because I really want to make sure that we're boosting up, you know, how we're presenting what we offer and provide, but then also too within, you know, with you guys, what things we could do to help, you know, I don't know, to help make sure that the things that we're providing are what y'all want, and that we're focusing on with you guys, the things that y'all feel are most beneficial for your businesses. So, okay. Does anyone have any agents they're talking to right now? Anyone they've had some good conversations with lately?
What do you mean?
About coming over to the company, or about any agents looking to make moves or sharing our information with them?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say thank you for that referral you gave me for Corpus because I got going her way.
That's funny.
Awesome.
Yes, good.
Awesome.
Y'all, did you connect with her and she's going to help take care of it?
I did, and yeah, she's looking into it, and hopefully
good.
This thing settled.
Good.
Good.
Well, and keep that in mind too. I mean, different markets, even if it's not one of the ones that we're in yet, are pretty easy for us to add. So if you do find yourself working with another agent, whether it's on a referral or just someone you know or something, and they're in a market that we are not currently in, it is not that difficult for us to add new markets, being that we do operate virtually most of everything, and all our tools and systems are cloud-based. So.
And even other states, I mean, there's certain states out there that make it pretty easy for us to expand into, because, you know, in some states, all you have to do really is just hire a broker of record, and then you can start putting licenses under that. So, you know, if you have someone in a different state, well, we can at least look at that.
I have a few Florida agents who message me all the time. When are you coming to Florida? When are you going to open up in Florida?
Yep.
So,
it's on the list.
We'll see. But other than that, I'm going to post a link to a Jared James video he did recent. It's a pretty cool. It's just kind of things that you can do. In fact, let me see what it's actually called. I'm going to post the link because we watched that this morning. It was pretty good. It's 5 ways to recharge from your busy life. So just something good to kind of incorporate, you know, with kind of the new year, getting the ball rolling on everything, getting ready for the busy, you know, the busy months that we're going to have, the busy rest of the year we're going to have in front of us with real estate, how to kind of make sure you're also still keeping yourself well and healthy and rested and sane, all of that good stuff. So I'll post it in Workplace for you guys, but I recommend watching it. It's only about 15 minutes. So
yeah, good video.
Other than that, you guys have anything else? I appreciate all y'all's input on everything today.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't, but I'm going to jump off because I got to get on another call. But thank you so much for all these great meetings. They're very informative.
Keep us posted. Keep your eye on Workplace, everyone. I know it's a separate, you know, platform, and it takes a little bit of effort to get on there and check stuff. I am going to be doing a lot more on there, sharing different stuff for you guys, marketing pieces. I really, really want to, I want us to be going, hitting it strong. And so I'm going to do everything on our end to make sure that y'all have great material on there you can use. Valentine's Day is this weekend.
Yeah, we'll get some Valentine's Day.
Yeah, you'll see marketing materials for Valentine's going up before the weekend. So keep your eye on everything. And then anything y'all need from us, let us know. If you are missing something from me, like if you've reached out for help on a CMA and I haven't helped you yet, Monica, don't hesitate to reach back out to me. I like friendly reminders and I need them sometimes. So just reach back out if you're ever needing something, or if you need something in a hurry. Don't hesitate to reach out. I'll have agents sometimes be like, oh my God, I hate to bother you on the weekend. I'm like, I am here for you guys every day. We are here for y'all 7 days a week. And, we're here to help, and we all grow together and we all win together. So anything y'all need, let us know. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
guys.
you.
Bye. Have a great day.
Bye.
Thank y'all.
Bye.